So Des, leading up to the Preston game on Saturday, we wanted to do something a little bit different with this pre-match preview. So we decided to take to social media and get some questions in from the fans. So the first question, which is coming in from Marcus, is what have been the biggest positives from our recent games that we are looking to build on?
The performances. We said about coming into the unknown. So there is obviously a jump from League One to the Championship across many levels. And we worked so hard in the off-season to try and prepare this club for what we were going into, or what we thought we were going into. Some of the stuff you can measure objectively, others not so much. But from a player's point of view, we've obviously made a lot of change in that space to try and ready us, firstly for the Championship, but secondly to play the type of football that we want. And what I'm really happy with is certainly the way that we've applied ourselves in each of the three games, the league games that we've had. And the opening day of the season, certainly against Norwich, was a very good start. We're disappointed we didn't come away from points in the other two, but what we are happy with was the ability to show that we can compete, and we feel we should have come away with results from at least one, if not both, of the second and third game in the league. So definitely the performances.
And obviously we've had a few games away now in a row. So Freddie Morris just asked, how important will the home advantage be on Saturday?
Home advantage is massive. We know, or we've seen it. We see it on the opening day of the season, and we see it at the back end of last season. The importance of how the fans get together with us, and how important that's going to be this year. We've gone away to two grounds, and the atmosphere at Coventry, the atmosphere at Blackburn, makes a massive difference to the home side. And we took a lot of people to, firstly, Coventry, and we took a lot of people to Blackburn as an away travelling fans, but certainly the home advantage, if you want to call it that, with our fans, the more we can do. We've already seen the impact of that both last season and already this.
Awesome. And then going into the game, Jacob just asked, what have you been up to in training? How have you been using training to prepare for the game?
Same as we try to every week. We try and get better at what we do. We have to obviously prepare for the teams we're going to play and the kind of changes that we need to make to address that. But as much as we possibly can, we've got a way that we work. We've kind of started to build that profile and identity at the back end of last year, which took us all the way through to Wembley in terms of how we want to play on the pitch. We've tried to continue building on that. We're not starting again. We want to get better at that, and we need to get better at that. And we can do that through recruitment and bringing in players that are going to allow us to continue trying to play that way at this level. But we can also do that day to day on the pitch with the team, with the individuals. And that involves the training sessions themselves with the group, but it also involves a lot of work individually with the units. There's a lot of work that goes on off the pitch with the likes of Craig Short, Chris Hackett, Lewis Price, that hopefully allow these players and us as a group to get better, quicker, and have bigger impact when we step onto the field.
Yeah, definitely. And last but not least, Alec Thorpe just asked, obviously the big news has just come out. Mark Harris is going into the Wales squad. So what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on the news?
Delighted for Mark. He deserves it. I think the way he started this season, but how he finished last, he's kind of carried on. And I think for anyone, especially young players that are coming through, Mark went through a very tough patch last year where he didn't score for 17 games, but we don't just look at the game like that in isolation. He offers so much more to our group than just scoring goals. The fact he is scoring goals now adds to the package that he certainly brings to how we want to play. And for him I think for anyone to represent their country, whether it's as a coach or as a player, it's a wonderful and proud moment for them and for their families. And I'm just delighted for him that he's been able to gain that recognition now in the Championship that he's been striving towards. And hopefully he can carry that form on firstly Saturday and then go and enjoy himself in any game time that he does get over the international break.